My first impression is he's a hard worker. We kind of relate to each other because we're both immigrants. So he kind of shows that as an immigrant, we gotta work harder to stand out. And then he shows that he's usually the first one in the office and the last one to leave. So I kind of pick up those good attributes from him as well.
I remember coming in with a big master plan and strategy and tactics and all of this whiz-bang great thinking on my part. And so Rohan put it in front of Rohan and I started getting into it and he was like, oh, no. We build business by building relationships. Just remember, relationships. And I was, even though it was a little deflated because my plan was out the window, he was absolutely right.
I absolutely remember the first time I met Rohan. His accent was so thick, Jamaican accent, that literally wasn't quite sure what he was saying. I'm standing in the field house as though we're there, because the other three guys on the team, myself, Floyd, and Mike Christie, and Mike had a Jamaican background. And we're looking at Mike like, I don't know. I don't know what he said.
It is inspiring to me, he is inspiring, but more than that, he is an awesome business person. He is an awesome philanthropist. He's an awesome friend. He's a motivator. So he is a very special person, a very special friend.
For the brand, for example, our tagline is elevate your expectations. And that really originates from, his vision in climbing mountains and anything is achievable. And, he started mountain climbing, I think, at a little bit older age, but he, very successfully achieved climbing each of the 7 summits and then trekking the North Pole, the South Pole. He's done some amazing doing marathons in the middle of the desert, So I think that falls into the anything is possible.
His is thought. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to achieve. And then he sets out and does it. And that was right out of the chute on the track team. He was a short sprinter, very short. The difference between short and long sprints is endurance, of course. And short sprinters typically die miserably in the middle of a 400-meter run. And he would do that. And it was sheer force of will that turned him. By the time we stopped running there, he owned the 400-meter school record.
You can see him being out in the community and then usually speaking about his background as Jamaican. And then he's very enthusiastic about all the sports that the stars from Jamaican. He keeps talking about that. He always put a smile on those faces, on his face when he talk about those achievements by the people from Jamaica.
He always talks about when he's climbing, the importance of the rope line. And so a rope line is a series of climbers that are all on the same rope. And so everyone's success depends on the next person's success.
I've had the pleasure of meeting his mother on many, many occasions. And sometimes I even call her Mom. But what I do know is he has drive, determination, he has energy, he has tenacity. He's a guy, as they say in the famous play, Immigrants Get the Job Done. He gets the job done.
Rohan's, he was so proud of Jamaica. Like he was constantly talking about it, beaming about it in just the most positive of ways. So much so that my girlfriend and I, my wife now, but at the time, right after we graduated, actually it was the middle of my senior year, Rohan convinced us to go on vacation to Jamaica with him. He took me to the small town he was from, so inland from Montego Bay. Just a little village, some kids playing soccer in the street, barefoot. And I'm from Connecticut, not the wealthiest part of Connecticut, but I'm still, it's a different environment. And he got a chance to see sort of like and just so proud.
Not only has he assembled a great group of just human beings, but also professionals who work together really beautifully. And I think that's, we have our own rope line here, but I think that might come from his, his experiences.
He's always been grounded It's a hard thing to describe. I've not, nor will I, ever achieve the things Rohan has achieved. I jokingly say I live vicariously through my brother Rohan. You know, it's his adventures are my adventures. I don't imagine how you remain so humble, succeeding at everything you do, but he does.